everybody's emotional baggage, if you like, has a kind of a personality. They're all different. Some people it's more anxiety, mine likes to worry. Other people it's it's a chemical residue of anger or irritation, or it's about loss or rejection. There will be all of these contained within your past pain in the body. But there does tend to be a predominant emotion. And if you live with anybody for any length of time, you'll know what theirs is. You'll see it very clearly. Now with me it's anxiety. Yours will work differently, but here's how it might work. Something triggers an anxious thought. What could it be? I'm going to be late. That's a good one. I'm going to be late. Oh, I'm going to be late. And up comes that anxious thought. Not just associated with the thought of being late, but there's past anxieties attached to this. So which is why that thought might have such a very much more powerful effect in me than it might somebody else. I mean, I'm going to be late, it doesn't matter. Oh, it's okay, I'll be late. But why is that triggered that in me? Well, because there's something already there that it's relating to. Anyway, so I'm going to be late. There's the original thought. And then that thought gets into my mind. And I start to worry. And I'm in the future. And I'm imagining people becoming upset with me because I'm late. And those thoughts are feeding into this feeling. Do you see what's happening? That thought is triggering more of those anxious chemicals in the body. So what started off as a little bit of anxiety is now building. And now the thinking starts to panic a bit more. And now I'm imagining people getting really angry with me, and I'm gonna get the sack. And those panicky thoughts are adding to the feeling is growing. And it's a kind of vicious circle. It's kind of a feedback, and the thoughts drive the feelings, the feeling drives the thinking, and it's just kind of just a vicious circle until eventually that feeling takes me over and I panic and react. I ring up there, oh no, I'm really sorry, I'm going to be late. I'm going to be 10 minutes. No, I know, I'm 20 minutes away. Why did I say 10 minutes? Well, because my anxiety made me say 10 minutes. And now I'm going to be doubly anxious the next 20 minutes. And that's when I panic and jump on the wrong train. I'm an hour late. Because when you're like that, you're dangerous, aren't you? Because what happens is when that anxiety is triggered in the body, all the blood rushes to the extremities of your body. You go into that fight or flight response, and it makes you stupid. Your brain shuts down to the survival parts of the brain. You panic, you react, you make stupid decisions. You end up creating the very circumstances that cause the anxiety in the first place. Do you see how it works? Actually, I won't go too much into this, but here's where it gets really exciting. What biologists have also found is that your body has an energetic expression, energetic field. It gives off an energetic field, and the frequency of that field, it relates to your emotional state. So not only are you affecting the world around you with your anxiety through your panics and your reactions and your stupid decisions because your brain's shut down, but actually you're actually giving out an energy of anxiety, and people will feel that, they will panic, and it will spread. And that's what we've been doing, isn't it? We've been creating a world around us as a reflection of our own anxiety. It's got to stop. Well, that's those thoughts, electrical impulse in the brain are releasing chemicals in the body, and that irritation is growing. Oof. And now the thinking becomes more angry. The angry thoughts are feeding the angry feelings. The stronger the feeling gets, the greater the compulsion to feed it with your mind. You might find yourself trawling through past irritations, or imagining rows that you haven't had yet. And now it's affecting you. It's affecting how you are with people. You're seeing things through angry eyes. You're finding confrontation when there isn't any. You are caught in this thinking, feeling loop. Moaning and groaning, complaining, and it grows. And now we're giving it off. Now we're affecting people. Now we're shorter with people. We're less tolerant with people. We're more easily irritated, and very quickly people start to get irritated with us, and they start to get annoyed with us, and they start to give it back. And then you explode. And before we know where we are, we live in an angry world full of angry people, and they may only be angry when they're with us. You see, until we become conscious of these patterns in ourselves, and we develop some skill in recognizing it and intervening and breaking them, then we inadvertently create a world around us that we don't want. It's an expression of our own pain that we're projecting into the world. It's what we feel within, we create out there, and we create out there, and we feel within here. I had a really lovely example presented to me recently. I'll tell you a little story about a lady that I've been working with, and her issue was around relationships. She didn't seem to be able to maintain and sustain a meaning relationship with a man, and she so desperately craved this. And when we looked at it, it was really an issue of rejection. Early childhood rejection, stored pain acting itself out. So in that relationship situation, hurtful comment or a moment's thoughtlessness would bring up in her a huge amount of pain and rejection, which make her clingy and needy and demanding, and for fear of loss. Her fear of losing the relationship would make the relationship so painful that she would destroy it, subconsciously destroy it. So did you see how it works? And until we become conscious of these patterns within ourselves, we're going to be forever condemned to create a reflection of our own inner suffering.